So today, guys, I really just want to talk about this Representative Lamonica McIver. She is a representative from New Jersey. She's been in the news because she went to an ICE facility and she assaulted the ICE officers there at the facility. And she's clearly on camera assaulting the officers at the ICE facility. But here, if you Google her name, I know her name is Lamonica. I typed in Monica, but look at the news here. Okay, AP News. U.S. Representative Lamonica McIver indicted on federal charges. ABC News. Charges against Representative Lamonica McIver sparked backlash after incident. MSNBC. Representative Lamonica McIver's federal charges aren't about assault. So you can see the difference in the news reporting agencies here. The MSNBC is trying to spin it and say that she did nothing wrong because it's not about assault. It's just about Trump trying to get back at her. Same thing with the New York Times. She's in Trump's crosshairs. So she did nothing wrong. She's allowed to go and smack and punch ICE agents. Charges against Representative Lamonica McIver sparked backlash after incident with ICE agents. There's ABC News, backlash. New Jersey Globe, McIver set to be charged over Delaney Hall incident. Axios, Republicans move to expel Representative Lamonica McIver from Congress. USA Today, DOJ charges Representative Lamonica McIver with assault over ICE facility visit. See, this is the headline that we should have because that is clear and concise and tells us exactly what has happened, exactly what's been done. She's been indicted for assault, 3 counts of assault on an ICE officer, or several ICE officers, I guess. So this entitled black woman thinks she's above the law because she's black, for one, and 2, she's a congresswoman, so she can't do anything wrong and cannot be arrested for anything that she does. Goes to this ICE facility, smacks and hits ICE agents, and gets charged for doing that because that is the logical, sensible thing to do. If I were to go to an ICE facility and demand that I needed to get inside, and when they told me no, I started hitting the ICE agents, I would already be in prison, okay? She's not. She's been allowed to post bail or whatever and still out there spouting her rhetoric, spouting her hate for anybody that wants to help this country or make this country great again. To quote MAGA, make the country great again. That's what we want. Even if you're not MAGA, I don't understand why you wouldn't support wanting your country to be the greatest country in the world. But unfortunately, Democrats, liberals, they do not want this country to be the best in the world. They want to load it up with illegals. They want to load it up with criminals. They want to allow criminals that are legal citizens to do whatever they want and to get away with it and hiding behind racism. This is her MO. This is what she wants. And now she's about to pay for it. So let's do the MSNBC news, okay? Because we know that they're going to spin it to make it seem like she did nothing wrong. So let's just check this out here. Look at her face though. She looks like a terrible human being. You can look at some people and just see how horrible they are. Take a look at Representative Maxine Waters. Look at that face. Look at that face. And just tell me that if you didn't see her walking down the street, you wouldn't know that she was an evil person. So here we go. Earlier this week, the Department of Justice took the unusual step of filing federal charges against Democratic Representative Lamonica McIver, alleging that she assaulted federal officers. It's not alleging anything. It's on video. You can see her assaulting it, so they might as well remove that. During a protest outside an immigration detention facility, McIver has denied wrongdoings. Look, you can see it right there on this little video that's playing over here. You can see her hitting and grabbing these officers. And that right there, that means you go to prison. But no, she's allowed because she's a black woman and she is a representative. But that's not true. Let's get something straight. What's happening to McIver is not about law and order. It's not about whether she assaulted a federal agent or obstructed justice. It's about the federal government weaponizing its power to intimidate those who dare to push back. And in this instant, against a black woman in positions, they had to announce that. They had to announce that. If this was a white woman, you would not see any sentence that was anything like this sentence, because when you have a black entitled woman like her, like the super mayor out in Dalton, like any of these, there's been black women judges, there's been black female representative, there's been black female mayors, and time and time, I'm not saying that there aren't good ones out there, but time and time again, these black female entitled women that get into these positions of power, their MO is to intimidate everybody near them. They think they're above the law, and they just basically steal. Like Dalton, like Tiffany Henyard up in Dalton, she stole something around $16 million of the city's money and then just walked away. And now she doesn't have any of the documents that are being requested by this subpoena. And she thinks she's just going to get away with it because she's an entitled black woman. So here we go again. This entitled black woman, Lamonica McIver, this is her first year or first time in the Senate, now thinks she's high and mighty queen shit of the universe, and she's just going to be able to get away with anything she wants to get away with. I really, really do hope that she gets booted out of Congress, because how can you have someone that's been indicted for assault on a federal officer still representing people still being in Congress? How can you have, how? Now, everyone's going to say, well, Donald Trump was indicted on this and he was found guilty and blah, blah, blah. He didn't go out and assault a federal officer, and hey, he was elected after he was found guilty. Okay, we still voted for him even after he was found guilty. Look at this. You can see it right here. She's grabbing and pushing these poor officers. She thinks that she knows better than they do. She thinks she's better than them because she's a black woman in power. And this is what she's doing. This is typical. This is so typical. And I do hope that I absolutely 100% make an example of her. 100% make an example of her. Throw her out of Congress and throw her dumb, black, entitled ass in jail. That's all I got for you today, guys. I hope you had a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.